Over the past year or so, I've become a fan of roguelike games, with many games like Be My Horde and Death Must Die really pushing me into that genre, which I must admit is becoming saturated within the indie scene. And I've always been a fan of voluptuous women, so when Nun Holy popped up on my radar, it seemed like the best of both worlds. Now right here is where I need to say this, just to be clear. It takes more than well-endowed women to create a good game. And this is where I'm pretty happy to say that Nun Holy has achieved in making a solid little game here. Nun Holy is developed by solo developer Chowby and is a fast-paced indie-like roguelike that blends engaging gameplay, Gothic aesthetics, and a touch of stylish fan service. As a budget-friendly title that was available for about $6 Australian when I purchased it on sale and is now about $10 Australian at full price, it offers an incredible value for money while delivering satisfying combat, dynamic progression, and an immersive supernatural setting. Compared to other roguelikes, Hades and Dead Cells, Nun Holy carves out a unique identity with its seductive Gothic horror twist. Now let's talk about what makes Nun Holy a standout title in the indie roguelike genre. Like many roguelike games, Nun Holy excels in its fast, fluid combat system, offering a mix of melee and ranged attacks. Players take the role of one of three playable, battle-hardened nuns, each using a different arsenal of weapons used to vanquish waves of demonic foes. Each of the three playable characters does have a distinct feel, encouraging experimentation and adaptability, such as one player being more focused on ranged combat, for example. The combat is responsive and satisfying, with an emphasis on quick reflexes and skillful movement, similar to high-speed action games like Hades. The game features a variety of enemy types, each with unique attack patterns that keep encounters fresh and challenging. Boss fights stand out as intense battles requiring strategic use of abilities and well-timed dodges. Like Vampire Survivors, Nun Holy thrives on overwhelming players with waves of enemies, demanding constant movement and precision. These encounters maintain a sense of excitement and unpredictability, ensuring that each run does feel distinct. Nun Holy features a dynamic upgrade system that allows players to enhance their character's abilities, which is to be expected within this genre. Power absorption mechanics provide players with meaningful choices, whether to take on vampire-like abilities for temporary boosts, or trade these in for stronger weapons and better gear. The roguelike nature of the game ensures that no two runs feel exactly the same, adding depth and replayability to the experience akin to the progression loops of something like Risk of Rain 2 and the power scaling seen in Dead Cells. Every playthrough offers a random assortment of combinations of abilities and gear, encouraging mastery and adaptation, with the standard roguelike nature being able to make permanent upgrades in between runs. The game's visuals embrace a horror Gothic aesthetic with dark atmospheric environments and beautifully animated character designs. The contrast between the eerie backgrounds and the vibrant stylized characters enhances the game's supernatural tone, making it visually captivating. The fluid animation work ensures that every attack and movement does feel smooth and impactful, enhancing the game's stylish presentation. Nun Holy's art style is both striking and immersive. The game leans into its Gothic theme, featuring haunting cathedrals, shadowy corridors, and otherworldly enemy designs. The animation and attacks add a dynamic feel to the action, making every battle visually engaging. It presents a Gothic presentation but adds a seductive charm that makes it stand out. The enemy and character design strike a balance between eerie and alluring, reinforcing the game's distinct aesthetic identity. The music and sound effects complement the game's dark atmosphere. The haunting melodies and energetic battle tracks heighten the feel of combat, while the sound design of weapons and enemy attacks provide a satisfying audio feedback that I wouldn't really say enhances the immersion, but rather adds a charm without it being obnoxious. The audio cues also further enrich the experience, helping to establish this world. Nun Holy is primarily gameplay driven. It incorporates a basic narrative elements. The setting is rich with Gothic horror influences, featuring some lore and supernatural themes to add intrigue to the experience. Look, basically it's vampires are doing vampire things, and big titty nuns need to kill the vampires to get to stronger vampires to kill those vampires to eventually challenge the vampire queen. That's the plot. There you go. And that's not a negative because, like I said, it's purely a gameplay driven game because it's a roguelike. Oh, and did I mention all the characters in this game have big tits? The game's dark and mysterious world pulls players in, creating an aesthetic that feels exhilarating. The subtle elements combined with the immersive visuals and sound design enhance the overall experience without overshadowing the gameplay. The blend of horror and sensuality in the game's design makes it feel both unnerving and captivating, setting it apart from traditional roguelikes. So basically, horror and boobies. Two of my favorite things, even though I'm a booty guy personally. A key aspect to Nunholy's appeal is its stylish fan service. The game features beautifully illustrated character art blending Gothic elegance with a seductive aesthetic. Rather than being a simple gimmick, the element is tastefully integrated into the game's identity, sort of similar to how Bayonetta masterfully blends action and sensuality. But let's be really clear here, I am not putting this game in any way remotely close to Bayo in any way, just an example. However, the characters' designs exude confidence and power, enriching the game's already alluring charm. Instead of feeling just like an afterthought, the fan service adds to the game's bold, unique aesthetic direction, making it fun and visually captivating experience. The balance of stylish action and proactive designs gives the game an edge over more traditional roguelikes. Oh, and if you manage to defeat the Vampire Queen at the end, you're given a spicy little treat for your efforts. One of the strongest selling points to Nunholy is its price. At roughly 10 Australian dollars, if it's not on sale that is, the game offers an exceptional amount of playability for the cost. The engaging gameplay, replayability, and stylish presentation make it a fantastic deal, especially for fans of roguelike genre. Compared to the premium roguelikes like Hades or Returnal, Nunholy stands out as an incredible accessible option that doesn't compromise on quality. Given its mostly polished mechanics and unique aesthetic, it feels like a hidden gem within the genre, offering a surprising amount of depth at a fraction of the cost of some of those larger titles. The biggest strengths on Nunholy include its smooth and satisfying combat, compelling Gothic aesthetic, and an engaging roguelike mechanics. Oh, and have I mentioned that there's big titties in this game? Did I mention that part yet? Oh, I did? I did mention that? Well, I'm gonna mention again, there's some real big titties in this game. Anyway, the variety of gear and upgrades keep the gameplay fresh with each run, while the fan service elements add a unique and enjoyable layer of presentation. Additionally, the budget-friendly price makes it highly accessible. The stylish execution of combat and visuals make it stand out in the crowded genre, offering something different from more mainstream roguelikes out there. However, while the game does offer plenty of replayability, its roguelike nature will not appeal to everybody. Some players may find the difficulty curve a little challenging, especially going from one area to the next, and others may wish for a more developed narrative. The reliance on gameplay and fan service over storytelling means that those looking for more explicit narrative structure will feel left wanting. However, these aspects are minor when considering the overall quality of the game, and also future updates adding new game modes, abilities, dungeons, and characters would most definitely be welcome. Nunholy is a thrilling, stylish roguelike that delivers fast-paced action, engaging mechanics, and distinctive Gothic aesthetic. With its dynamic combat, visually striking design, and tasteful fan service, it stands out as a fantastic indie title that provides exceptional value for money. Fans of games like Hades and Blasphemous, Be My Horde, and Dead Cells will find plenty to enjoy here. Whether you're a fan of roguelikes, Gothic horror, or just looking for a fun and affordable game, Nunholy is well worth playing. Its combination of stylish action, seductive presentation, and fast-paced gameplay makes it a must-try for anyone looking to add a unique and engaging roguelike to their collection. But now this is where I want to hear from you. Have you played Nunholy? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Which of the 3 characters was your favorite to play as? If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for future videos. And if you really enjoy this content, consider becoming a member, and we'll see you all in the next video.